something that's said. Take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not my brother, man. Oh, man. It is going down. It just doesn't stop, man, with the radical left. Just doesn't stop, man. You know. But an event just took place a couple of hours ago with Officer Tatum in Turning Point, USA. And it was violently destroyed by the radical left. And just seeing these videos, man, the campus police just standing there. Oh man. But we got Officer Tatum respond. He just gave the full story on this and everything, and also there's clips that have went viral everywhere. But look at these lunatics, man.
Watch out! Watch out! Hey, Bojo, hey, Jackson, sold up.
You know, Officer Tatum is his own security. Very scary, risky, scary situation. And they just show up and they're dressed in all black, face covered in all black. But what's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. One love to the human race, man. We're living in times, man. It's just, you know, sad. It's pathetic. It's a disgrace, man. So much hatred. But hope everybody's having an amazing day, week, month. That 2025 is going well for you and your family, your friends, the neighbors, the strangers around the world. You know, I'm glad that my brother, Officer Tatum, God bless him and his family. I'm glad that he is safe, he's okay, and he just dropped a full stream responding to this, and we're gonna play it after these clips.
Come on, please, get in there. Get in there.
Look at the police just standing there. Took their whole tent, dragged their whole tent, took their property. And it was Officer Tatum dapping something. It was dapping one of the supporters up. This is crazy, man.
USA, they was having an event at UC Davis. The Officer Tatum, popular YouTube channel, he's there.
Love to seeing the Hodge twins respond.
Yeah, he about what, 6'5", 6'6", about 260. He's 265. He's 6'5". He bought 6'3.5". He ain't no 6'3.5". He bought 6'5". He bought 6'3", 285. No, he ain't. And look at the cops. The cops right there. Yeah, why do you allow people to come onto your campus with your face covered? The cops just watch
face covered. They're dressed in all black.
Yeah, walk off with their tent, their property, on a college campus. You know, that's why I don't do events like this. But they don't. Nobody like. Yeah, that's a huge security risk. They just walk on the campus and dressed in all black. Yeah, if I was Officer Tatum, I would never do another one of these events. You have absolutely no security. This don't happen when Charlie Kirk holding this event. He walk away with his tent and the cops do absolutely nothing. You think that cops would behave like that if Charlie Kirk was there?
You think the cops behave like that if Charlie Kirk was there? That's what the Hodge twins say. You know? But look at get that lady off the screen. Get Karen off the screen. Terminator. Predator. Get her off the screen, man.
But the most racist people in America are black people, hands down. If you don't believe me, watch the clip.
People who need correction about racial issues, what's your motivation for
Watch them say white supremacy. I just bet.
wanting to call out black people? There's a weird liberal obsession with wanting to put black folks in their place that needs to be examined, y'all. Spoilers. Yep, that too comes from unexamined white supremacy, even among.
Like I told you, you know. Well, I want to get into this whole. He touched on it right here, so let's go and get into this, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I know y'all been waiting, anticipating for me to say something. I hadn't even spoken about this. I really needed a break last night. You know, after everything that went on, I wanted to give me something to eat. I just didn't want the riffraff. But today I'm here to describe what happened at UC Davis. First of all, I want to say how disappointed I am at the police department's response to these things that happened at UC Davis. And I love the police, and y'all know I love the police, and I support them. And I think as individual cops there, they were good people. But somehow they have directives that they are not to engage with these people whatsoever. I'm just going to lay it out for you, and then we're going to play the video. They literally, we had an event. They only had a few cops there. They literally watched this Antifa style group with masks on, dressed in all black, chanting and screaming, come up to Turning Point's booth, tear everything up. They hitting people, they throwing stuff on people, they're trying to damage the cameras, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. The cops and the administrators are watching this.
Standing there.
And then I come to campus. I came after the first time it got crazy. And I'm talking to them and I'm saying, hey, my guys here are saying they got assaulted a minute ago. Are you guys going to protect us? Are you guys able to protect us? And we could not get a real answer. And protecting us to the police department meant they're just going to line up cops. And I asked them in all truth and all honesty, so the cops can't get mad at me or nothing. I said, if they come back, are you guys going to use force? Because you standing here and letting them beat everybody up, which we know they ain't. Y'all know me. I told you I'm not playing. Are y'all going to use force, pepper spray, anything? He said, no, we're not going to do any of that. We'll shut the event down and we'll escort you guys out. And I said, listen, sir, if they come to this booth, I'm going to protect these people that are at the booth. I'm not going to let them come in here and just beat people up. Are we on the same page? But I want y'all to watch the video because if you missed it, this is the craziness that was happening. Is this the collage one, the one with most of them, or this is the first one? The compilation. I said collage, compilation. So this will get a little, and I'll walk you through the context of what you're looking at because it's not very clear if you wasn't there. But what I'm looking at now, if it plays from here, this is the second time this group of nut jobs showed up on campus and they hit this lady in the head. The one that's right here. We got a video of them coming and hitting her in the back of the head in front of the cops. And then you're going to see me walk over to the cops and be like, bro, they just hit her in the head. And y'all not going to do anything? And then I had to step up because the women were there and I didn't know if they were going to come and try to beat the women up and do stuff to them. We'll see. He wrote a clip.
Watch out. Watch out. Hey,
I'm telling
Hey, Jackson, slow down.
Hey, just standing there, lollygagging, giggling and pooting. Dingleberry, man. A lot of them tell you, they say what they say they is, but they really be dingleberries, man. I'm telling you. Y'all know what I love to see. I love to see somebody be made an example out of, man. You think you're big and bad, and then you get made an example out of.
Get in there. Get in there.
Lunatics, man.
Probably. This is the second time they came to campus. And
Well,
they watched them walk up after they had already done what you finna see in a minute. And then they did all this, hit that lady in the head, and they don't pursue not one of these people. They don't go after the weakest one. They don't even give commands or not. They did absolutely nothing. Roll the clip. They're just walking. This is what they did before I got there. I literally was on the phone with the Turning Point guy, and I said, "Hey man, where y'all at on campus? Because we can't drive up. I'm gonna have to get out and walk." And he like, "Hey, the protesters, they're attacking us." And he hung up in my face. I'm like, "That's weird. I guess the protest finna be good today." I didn't realize they did all this. Roll the clip.
Hey! Hey! Wow!
Look at it.
Hey, get the cops here! Get the cops!
Look at him.
That's crazy, man.
Look, throwing stuff at people.
Somebody got to be made an example out of, man. You know, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but you know what? Somebody got to be made an example out of. Especially with a radical left lunatic. Somebody got to be made an example out of, man. It's life or death, man. You want to go out there and be big and bad? Somebody got to be made an example out of. They ass just standing around.
Just let you know.
Look, what are they doing to that man? All right, hold on, pause it. Because y'all finna see me in action again. First of all, just so y'all know, these were the weakest. I can smell the soy powder on these fools. They weak, incel, non-binaries. The weakest people on earth. Honest to God truth, if they had decided to become physical, I could have knocked out 6 of them easy, one by one. But they weren't throwing punches at me, so I'm just pushing them out of the way. Get out of the way. Get away from us. Because they came in there and they destroyed property and they stole all our stuff. So here's another view of me where I'm talking to the cop. I said, they just punched the girl in the face. Are y'all going to do anything? And as you can see, the young lady started walking back towards the crowd. So I walked with her. Off camera, I tried to push them away from our stuff because they were going to steal it all. And 4 of them fell down like little cowards. And then the one non-binary, trinary, or whatever it is, with the bike was talking crazy and being threatening. And I just had to, let them know that soul will come out of you. You mess around with the wrong people. Roll the clip.
Wrong one.
See, that's when I hit the whole crowd of them. And then that little one was talking crazy.
Hey, that view is rough. Hey, this point of view is rough. That person went flying. Yeah. Somebody got to be made an example out of, man, for real.
Man, you better get your weight up, bro. Go back. Look for that part. Let's go. You better get that. I put that T-force on. Man, you better get your weight up. Then they started trying to talk. Look, they just pointing a finger at me. Man, get back. On the back of her head.
I got to be made an example out of.
Look at him. Look at him scurrying back. I could have took half of them easy. They were all super weak and soft. Now, I'm not the person to condone violence, but I do condone defending yourself. And I do condone you defending other people. that police officer in me can't just die down when people are just assaulting people and stealing property. Some people say I was the only officer on duty that day. Now, let me say this. After all that, you know, at first we were going to pick up shop and leave because I couldn't guarantee that the video guys wouldn't get attacked again. Now, I know I'm good, but I didn't know if they would get attacked. So then they put a bunch of cops around us, and we were able to continue the event. And the cops are not going to do nothing anyway. They were just there. You know what I'm saying? And then the weenies were afraid of the cops, and then the other ones left the campus. But it was very, very disheartening to me that the next generation of people that got to work in America, which we all know they're going to end up creating universal income, and these nut jobs that have no education, that cannot have a disagreement with somebody without being violent and cussing and spitting and being crazy, they're going to be the ones getting universal income because they have no skill to do anything in the workforce. It was embarrassing and sad that most of the people that were surrounding us, I don't know how all the people on campus felt because they weren't there, but most of the people surrounding us couldn't even have a coherent conversation. I had one guy tell me that police officers kill 90,000 people a year. Do you know how insane that is? 90,000 a year. I said, bro, look it up on your phone. If they kill 90,000 people a year, I'd be upset. 90,000. I think he said 90,000 black people a year. And then they go off on this tangent because I was standing near the cops and they were like, the cops kill you. I said, how many cops kill black people unarmed? 50,000, 60,000. I said 14. 14 is still a lot. I said, you know how many black people in America? 46 million. That's 0.000125%. Some crazy number. You get struck by lightning twice in a row before you get killed by a police officer doing nothing. But I had to continue to let my voice heard. We finished the event. We pushed through it because we're not going to let these
Antifa. We talked about all that in so many videos, man. A lot of things could have been prevented. You know, another thing, we don't have any respect for law enforcement. Most of the time when people are in the wrong, you know, especially, you know, yeah, our community, the black community, it goes those ways. Half of them be doped up, have no respect, think they're above the law. Respect goes a long way, man. Most people can just get out with a warning, or, you know, and let go. Go on about your day. Have a nice one. If they can just have some respect. No, we want to go out with a fight. We want to be the right person. We are right. We're not in the wrong. We did nothing wrong. People then got in their car and drove half the way down the highway, 100 miles per hour, drunk as hell, and still say they ain't wrong. You know, I'm just disappointed in stuff like that because that's what we have in this country, man. People don't want to be held accountable. They have no respect. You know, rude. Simple to little things, man.
For nut jobs get the best of us. UC Davis should be ashamed of themselves as a university that they cannot protect free speech on campus. They can't. They can't. It could have been because the big black man was there, the reason why they didn't want to go further. Once I pushed the crowd of them and I pushed the other one down and the soul almost came out, they probably thought twice about, oh crap, we're not ready for a conflict. They're not prepared. They don't have any plan in place that's going to protect anybody. These people could come off campus with a gun. How do they know? They could come off campus with other weapons, knives, and stab us. The cops weren't going to do anything. We would have just been stabbed. Then they would have did something after they stabbed us up. That's why this was very, very ridiculous. What's the other clip we have? Oh, I had to get this guy on there. I saw him on Instagram, and I said, this was really funny. His commentary. I wrote a clip.
Man, if you think adults keying Teslas are crazy, watch this.
Watch out!
Davis, where Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, was at, okay? There's two problems I have here with Antifa tearing up their canopy and throwing stuff at them. All right, number one, how stupid are you? Do you have any idea how big that man is? Like, that is a man among boys, and that's who you want to pick a fight with? And number two, where are the police? They're just sitting there watching Brandon and the rest of the guys from Turning Point defend their territory while it's being destroyed. Do your job. Like, is this what freedom of speech is in our country now? Of course it is.
He couldn't have said, nobody could say it better, man. I think the cops should have did more, and I'm a pro-cop guy. And I'm not blaming the individual cops. I'm blaming whatever authority is telling them that they can't get physically and engage or get physical and engage. But here's the caveat. I'm going to explain this, and then we're going to go on to the other stories. I understand why, but there's a way around the why. The reason that the cops don't want to get too jiggy with them, because what if 70, 80, 100, 200, 300 people come out and bombard and attack the cops? They can't just lay there and get beat to death, right? They're going to have to use force against them, and in many cases, it's going to be deadly force. And they don't want the optics of police officers shooting people on campus. They don't want that optic. So they rather just disengage and let people beat each other up. Now, I would say the best tactic to use is that the first time they do this, you go and you get the state, you get the county, you get the municipality, and y'all all join forces on campus, and you set the tempo so that they know when they come on campus with their craziness, they're going to get worked. Pepper spray, flex baton, you name it. Work. And then they wouldn't do it again. Yep. But the problem is they're so passive, it emboldens these people to do it with complete completely being absolved of any kind of criminal arrests. They're throwing things on people, criminal damage. I mean, assault. When you throw stuff on people, that's an assault. Criminal damage, threats and intimidation. I mean, you can go down a list of crimes that these people are committing. And if they're not students, they committed a crime on a university campus. In many cases, those are exaggerated or exacerbated charges. But in this world we live in, they just let them do it, which is a shame. All right, let's move on.
But there it is, you guys, and God bless Brother Brandon. Again, everybody's okay. We're okay, man. You know, radical left just won't stop, man, with these people. But don't worry, we're still gonna win. We are still going to win every single time. Yes, indeed. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, family.